is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Release the need to be right. When you believe something, you assume you're right. You may even destroy relationships in order to defend your position. Let go of the need to defend your position. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 242 points. Nasdaq's up 128. S&Ps are up 27. Percentage-wise, what we have, you have the Nasdaq up 1.8%. S&Ps up 1. The Dow Industrials up 1. Gold contract flat. $1,349.90. We got silver up 10 cents, $16.78. Let's go right into these babies because this is going to get really intriguing how this gold contract is trading out here. So, gold today we had down to $1,340, rejected lower price. Going into the strength that we had projected out here on, let's see, that would be what day were Tuesday, that'd be last Friday. Gets into that, rejects it, goes higher. We have 261,000 contracts out here. Bottom line is that you're pushing into the higher part of this consolidation. This has been trying to basically get up into this 1375 area since the beginning of the year. So bottom line is that we'll see how that shakes out. What we do have happening out here today, which the metal market needs in particular, is that silver is catching a bid. That's up 0.6%. Not that this huge amount, but bottom line is that you're at the higher end of the range that we're in, and we've done 81,000 contracts. That's a good number because what we haven't done inside the silver contract is that we haven't tested that big sign of strength that we had last week on the on Thursday. On the 11th of April. That's when we hit 1689. Bottom line, you had 142,000 contracts traded. That's the next level that it wants to go after, and we'll see how it handles that level because what it's going to need at that level, it's going to need some real volume. Because on March 6th we had 99,000. On April 11th we had 142,000. The GDX, we go take a look at some of the equities inside of GDX. Bottom line, we do not want to see this test the $23.05. It almost made it, 23.01. Stay right there. Why? Because that is your high volume spike high. Bottom line, you're 2 pennies underneath it. I want to stay there because we don't have enough volume. We won't get enough volume by the end of today. Right now, you're only at 17 million shares. They'll throw 20 million at the close, but we're talking about a 73 million share day. So that is one big number. Now, notes and bonds, I'm telling you, this is so counterintuitive, folks. It's just pretty amazing. There's no doubt. So the note and bond market, this is what you had. We came down into the strength yesterday. 2 separate signs of strength. You rejected lower price in both cases. We rejected the March 1st level as well as the March 22nd level. We start going topside again today. Bottom line, this thing wants to go to the higher end of this consolidation, which is 120, 112. Bottom line, we'll see whether it wants to break that baby. When we take a look at the 30-year, what you're seeing in the 30-year is getting some price spread out here today. It's up 0.5 point, 17 ticks. You got 206,000 contracts. You need a lot more contract volume than that. But bottom line is that it has quite a way to go before it's going to be going up into that swing high, which is a point away. What the 30-year also did, rejected lower price yesterday, had lighter volume. Bottom line, people are buying bonds, they're buying notes. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? So, King dollar out here, can't handle price. Pretty amazing, actually, when you actually take a look at King dollar. So, King dollar right now up 95 ticks, coming into its strength. You know, this is where King dollar has a chance to go topside. Well, looks like it had a chance earlier today. Bottom line is that intraday, what you're going to see out here is that we sold down, and you sold down with some volume after getting up into this 89,365. There's no buyers up there, and that was coming right into your downdraft from yesterday. And whoever the seller is in King dollar, folks, it is relentless. There's no two ways about that. Every counter trend bounce gets sold, and it gets sold very quickly. We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. You have Bank of America right now is up 7 cents. You get Twitter up 3.31. That's caught a bid. Netflix is at a new high. That's up $26, trading 3.34. We have Bristol Myers down again. That's down $1.40. Microsoft is up 2.28. That's a big move here. Cisco Systems is up 1.31. If we go inside the NDX 100, look at the strength. Strength out here. Netflix is up 8.7%. Workday's up 4.2. You get Alexa Pharmaceutical up 4.1. Taken away from it, Hasbro's down 1.8. Paychex is off 1.6. Tesla's down 1. And American Airlines is off 1. Inside the Dow Industrials, what do we have? The strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. The mover out here, point-wise, is United Health. United Health's putting 51 positive points. You have Boeing putting 37. IBM's putting 27. IBM is going to be coming out with numbers after the close. Bottom line is that they're buying IBM out here today. It is going into the downdraft, however. But bottom line, it has some juice. The last high out here, 161.98, had 9.2 million shares. We'll see what they put into the close. Right now, you're at 5.8. What is different on IBM in this earnings call is that they changed their when the numbers come out, and they changed that to 5 o'clock. You know, we'll see. It's not that that makes a well, it does make a large difference, because what does happen is that the bottom line is that at 5 o'clock, there's a lot less trading going on. The futures are not open. And prior to this, IBM would always come out at 4:15. Now they moved that up to 5 o'clock. It's probably smart. That's the real bottom line. If I had been running a public company, the way to do it is when the trading wouldn't be liquid right after the close. The reason being is that you'd want people to digest what you're saying overnight. That's the real bottom line. NDX 100. Let's go take a look at the 3 Qs. So the 3 Qs out here, right now we are up at $3.59. You had a gap at 166.19, and guess where we are, folks? We're right there. We're at 166.18. It's filling that gap up. You've done 25 million shares, you're going to 48 million. So this is going to be pretty cool watching how this thing shakes out, meaning how the market shakes out coming into the close. Stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Dow Industrials right now up 239, NASDAQ up 129, S&P's up 27. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks!
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 245, Nasdaq's up 130, S&Ps are up 28. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour. And don't forget, folks, Basil's got a great program here every trading day, noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, the Opening Call. Now, the way you get the Opening Call, come over to our website at TFNN, go to Newsletters, go to Trading Newsletters, get a 30 days money-back guarantee. Great newsletter. Check it out. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good, thank you.
So you had quite a marathon yesterday.
It was possibly the worst weather that I can ever recollect for the marathon. It was not only freezing, it was started off at about 36, 40 degrees.
Yes.
There was a wind and a rain that was very strong and was coming right, it was coming east to the west. So it was coming right in the faces of the runners who were running west to east. It was horrendous. And you could tell that it was very bad because normally you get thousands and thousands of people along the way.
Sure.
And the pictures I saw, very few people standing there because it was freezing.
Exactly.
Absolute admiration for the runners because in my youth I was a sprinter. I could never do the longer distances. I love the shorter distances. So to do a marathon under these conditions, admirable. I don't know how they did it.
Pretty intense, man. And it's great. The American woman won it. I mean, maybe she's been training in bad weather.
Since 85, right?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, nice. Market-wise, you talk about a marathon. Let's talk about the market. What do we have here?
It's interesting, marathon, because if you look at in the Dow, the chart that I'm showing right now, if you look at the trading range below 24, let's go to the high of yesterday, which was 24,675. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got about 14 to 16 sessions underneath that. And then there was that terrible gap down day on the 22nd of March. So what I'd say to subscribers is that the technicals have been rallying, but the price hasn't. So this is the most important thing that we're watching, that if the Dow is able to hold by mid-session, get into the 24,700s, that would be a breakout because it's above all the other resistance. That would be very good. So what we've got here is we've got a leg B in this in this breakout right now with the MACD, the moving average, the daily improving. The stochastic is now finally over 80%. It's at 84%. So I suspect that there's still more upside to go. It doesn't say how much. It just says the upside at this particular point should be in place, at least for the week. And the weekly chart shows that lowercase h that I always talk about, what we've got now is possibly a lowercase m, and it's going to be very important where the Dow goes this week, because that's going to impact the technicals in the weekly chart, because the MACD is still very weak and the stochastic has improved, but it's really just crossed positive for the first time. So I'm watching this very closely. Our bias has been to try to go long. We were long a couple of times last week. This week we've just missed going long to get back into the long side, because I think that there's enough on the upside. Now, what's very interesting is, do you remember I spoke to you about the QQQ, the NDX 100 power shares?
Yes.
So we were very fortunate. We got within an hour of the all-time high. We were able to short it, and we shorted it via the 3 times short SQQQ position. So that on the way down, we're very lucky. I just wanted to check. We got at least a couple of, we took some off at 22% gain, and then some at 36% gain. And this gap, and you can see the same thing here, the technicals actually in the NASDAQ, they're not as good as we saw in the Dow. But this is the first decent candle. We've got a candle that broke out of resistance. So we got stopped out today of that particular position. For the final portion that we had left is about a 13% gain. So altogether, it's been very, very good to us. Now I'm watching this very closely, because you had that very big drop from the week of the 26th of January at once in the 170 area down to 150. Had a spike up to an all-time high to the 175. That's the day that we went short, on the week of the 17th. And now it's pulled back, and it's almost like there's a one-to-one. I call this a Chapman wave parallel extension to the downside to the 153 area. So I have to decide this afternoon, is this, we've had 2 corrections. Is this now 2 corrections that really is like one that went lower down, but except this one started from higher up? Have we had the internal low, and now we've got the residual low? I want to go through a number of the NASDAQ stocks this afternoon after the close and study them, because if I look at the SMHs, which we went long recently via the SMH, that's the Semiconductor Market Vectors Semiconductor ETF, and we were long the 3 times long, 300% long the XOXL. So we took real nice gains in the XOXL. We still long the SMHs. They are lagging, and
yeah,
they've really
been.
Yeah, you remember all Europe.
And they were the leader, right?
I was going to say they led on the way up, they led on the way down, all the corrections during the year, and now they're lagging. The technicals have improved, but they're nothing like they should be. So I'm going to be watching this very closely, because this is a very important period. If in fact we've used time to consolidate, and it's very interesting. You remember I said that we've been short the one of the home builders, Pulte Homes, which is a fantastic company, but they're really taking quite a hit from the 35.21 area. We've been short from the 33.5 area, took some profits, and we're still short, and it's only at 29.90. So the rotation has been that the home builders have really lacked the energy on the way up. Are they starting now to build something to start a rally? Because they really are overbought in many ways. This is going to be the question for me. And if you put that together with the XLF, and the XLF, which is the financials, have really been the stellar performers for a long time. And now look, Goldman Sachs comes out with pretty good earnings, not doing well. The XLF is only up 3 cents. So this is a rotational market, in the sense that as some sectors have had longer consolidations, so they've found a little bit of a buy, and some of the ones that have had very good moves are really kind of struggling, like the XLF. So you were talking about bonds. So what happens with the yields, I think, is going to be very important for the XLF. And this is really a very mixed market. So at this particular point, we're still long. We're long the semis. We are short this home builder. We've just taken the profit from the short, the QQQs. So we have a pretty mixed portfolio. It's ironic, because yesterday we had a stock that we were trying to buy, just missed it, and it jumped 6%. And today, the stock that I was going to put on, that pulled back yesterday, and I said, let's hold it for one day, had a big move to the upside of $12. So timing is really important. You know, you could be on the right track, you could be thinking the right thing. You just got to step up and do what you're looking at. So I think this is a very interesting market because it seems to me that in some ways the indices are acting a little bit better than some of the individual stocks. You were talking about IBM coming out with earnings later this afternoon. IBM is already in a leg D on the daily chart, testing the last previous high that was made on the 13th of March at 162.11. Today's high so far 162.00, 12 cents away from making a new recovery high. But if you look at the weekly chart, it's kind of in the middle of the range. Look at the monthly. So I think that it's going to be very important. I think IBM could be a trigger for maybe higher gains if it works out, but it is in leg D, so we'll be watching it very closely.
Come right over to our website. Come over to our website at TFNN, folks. Go to newsletters, trading newsletters, opening call, 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil, thanks so much. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 265. You get the Nasdaq up $1.34. S&Ps are up 30. And tax day. We had tax day yesterday. Bottom line. Oh, actually, no, tax day's today, right? Yeah, tax day's today. Due today, 17th, right? Yes, 17th. So IRS, they are having some big problems out here today. Let's see, on their site, currently certain IRS systems are experiencing technical difficulties, the IRS said in a statement. Taxpayers should continue to file their tax returns as they normally will. This is the electronic tax filing system. So look at this. This is pretty wild. So They process 120 million tax returns, and then they spit back 300 billion in refunds. So here we go. This is what they're saying. The IRS is currently unable to accept information transmitted from software providers, the acting IRS commissioner said after testifying at congressional hearings this morning. He said taxpayers won't be penalized because of the issue. On my way over here this morning, I was told a number of systems are down at the moment. He said during the problem was discovered in the early morning hours at between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The IRS is unsure whether a hardware or software issue is to blame, but indications that the problem is internal. So this is going to be a trip, man. Hey, we'll see where it shakes out. It looks like it will give folks another... well, we'll see whether it gives another day or not. It'd be interesting if you can't even put the information in electronically, though. So let's take a look at some of the. Well, first off, let's go see what kind of volumes we have out here. So inside the NYSE, we are at 429. Another anemic day that'll push 750 into it. And inside the Nasdaq Composite, that should have volume. Well, really doesn't. 1.49 billion rather. If we take a look at the NDX 100, the Qs are, you know, they basically have not given up a penny all day long. They're meaning that between the bid and the offer, it's been a one-way trade. They gapped open this morning at $163.19, $164.19, and right now they're at $166.28. And they're into the gap. The gap down from the 21st. The low of that gap is 166.19. So if they finish in the gap, guess what? That means they're going to go to the top of the gap, which would be another 3 points up, 169.22. The SPY, I believe that did the exact same thing. SPY's, we're talking two, yeah. The SPY's into that bar, 270.19. The SPY's up 339, and it would have to close down another 60 cents. And if we look at the futures for a second and see if we can, the futures right now are 27.12. They've hit 27.13. They've gone up 5 points since I've been on the air. And if we take a look at that, into that gap, yeah, you're right. Oh, interesting. The futures are right there. The 27.1250 is the number in the futures. Yeah. Bottom line, this market doesn't look like it wants to back off coming into this close at all. That's how this thing is setting up. The IWM. Let's go take a look at the IWM. IWM out here, small caps. Yeah, they're on the other side of that gap. The small caps right now, light volume, but bottom line is that they made it up. They're up 203. You're trading 157.40. That's over the bar from the 22nd, going into how we came off these highs. You know, you're going into big numbers, but bottom line is that the price is holding up. After the close out here, let's see, ISR, Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. So Intuitive Surgical is also coming out after the close. Now, I believe this one here can move the NASDAQ, and this does come out right away after the close, you know, within 15 minutes, meaning that the futures are still trading. So Intuitive Surgical is up 16 bucks. Your high out here is 452. It's got some juice into it, so that's saying it wants to go after this high again. That's going to be some big action. Netflix came out with numbers last night. Bottom line is that Netflix is pushing its high, which is 333.98, and it has the volume. 30 million shares versus 20 million. So it looks like Netflix wants to break another leg topside, which is, well, you know what? For the numbers and their growth, I can see what's happening. And now, bottom line, people are buying into it. They're buying it basically hand over fist. And thus far, what you're doing is that you're pushing into that swing point. You're pushing in with volume. And this is what really gets interesting. So this can be another ABC up. Let me look at this for a second. So if we take a look at the, yeah, because it did a 0.618 retracement, which is a deep retracement from the last high, but bottom line, 236. Yeah, it's almost 100-point ABC up. That would give you 365. That's what it looks like it's going to do. Because you actually already broke it. This could turn into a complex one, but the bottom line is that you did break the high. You're going to have more volume. You hit 338. It'd be pretty wild. 366 coming at you. The yields on the notes right now are 2.817. The high for the year is 2.95. Now it's going to get intriguing here. Is what that's the 10-year. Now watch the 2-year. The 2-year is at 2.38. So you get 3.8 and you got 8.1. That is compressing, and that would be basically that's where the Fed would start getting worried if that thing starts inverting. Right now you're only 40 basis points between lending money for 2 years and lending money for 10 years. That's a heads up in itself. What we did have out here today, and there's two different camps, folks, on this. The inversion of the yield curve. There's folks that say, guess what, it doesn't mean a lot. There's folks that say it does mean a lot. Well, guess what? When we're talking about the aspect of the Fed, it really matters of what the Fed thinks. And John Williams today, who's going to take over the most powerful Fed position when you look at the banks, meaning the New York Fed, he has come out, and let's see what he has to say. Speaking in Madrid today, the current president of the San Francisco Fed, who's going to be the president of the New York Fed, said the flattening of the yield curve that we've seen so far is a normal part of the process as the Fed has been raising rates. Long rates have gone up somewhat, but it's totally normal that the yield curves get flatter, Williams said. The spread between the 2- and 10-year yields is the narrowest in over a decade as investors price in steeper rate hikes in the future. I don't see this as a signs yet of an inverted yield curve. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrials up 270, NASDAQ up 141, S&P's up 31. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to the banking system because, you know, we've had the banks come out, great numbers in the banks, and the amazing part is that they just sold them down. Goldman Sachs today, big numbers, bottom line, bigger than the market expected. Now, this is a rerun of what happened with J.P. Morgan yesterday. Stock opens up at $261, goes to $262, and now you're trading down $9 lower, and you have volume on the move. So what that is saying, folks, is that we have some monsters in there selling away inside these banks. Let's go over to J.P. Morgan, take a look at J.P. Morgan also. J.P. Morgan yesterday, actually it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday. Let's see, today, Tuesday, yeah. So J.P. Morgan opened up at 115 on Friday morning. Good earnings, closed at 109. Right now you're trading 110. Bank of America did catch a bid yesterday. They came out with numbers yesterday. No, they come out with numbers Friday also. No, yesterday. They come out with numbers yesterday. They had sold down on Friday, sold down from 31 to 29.56. You're trading 30.10. Same thing, volume behind the move. Wells Fargo, we look at Wells Fargo. What you have with Wells Fargo, bottom line, Wells Fargo is, I believe Wells Fargo is doing an ABC down. Let me just see this for a second. So you got 95 million shares, 52. Okay, yeah, it's gonna. If Wells Fargo stays below $50.41, which it's got to 50.31, by the end of Friday, you get yourself a big ABC structure on the way down. It'll be a big one too, because the A point on this is 61. Your B is 50, so it's 11.8 to B, which would get you into the 44 area. And 44 is where we broke out from the November 11th, week of November 11th. So Wells Fargo looks like it's going to have some problems. Let's go take a look at United Health for one of the tigers out here. United Health up 786 today. The low for the year is 164. The high is 250. This has had some juice behind it. And, okay, so you get 2 days of gap higher. I mean, I wouldn't be shorting this thing. Let it go up to the highs first. Yeah, this is... So you got 247, and we're at 238. Let's see when this comes out with numbers. Oh, this is... Oh, this came out this morning. Interesting. Okay, so this already came out with the numbers. That's what it looks like. Oh, 7 o'clock. Yeah, it did. So I come out with the numbers. Bottom line, more than likely, this is going to try to... Now, what would be pretty cool here, right? This, you know, you get a small gap, then you get a larger gap. If this thing could gap into the 250 area, this very well could be a three-gap play. And what a three-gap play is this. This is what this is, folks, if it's a three-gap play. You gap 3 times, in this case, higher, right? What happens with a 3-gap play many times, then you go all the way back to the beginning where it started, which in this case would be $226. But check it out. This is what's really wild about a 3-gap play. On the upside, the first gaps that where it's going, then it's going to go right back topside again. So you don't see a lot of these, and I've traded maybe 10, 12, 14 of them, you know, over the course of a long period of time. They're pretty cool because it's hard to comprehend that you can gap, 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 come all the way back down, and then take off topside once again. But that's how they like to trade. The TLT, let's go into the 20-year bond fund. That's up 38 cents. It's going to need more volume, but this is going to be a good one to watch. The reason being is that the TLT has volume at $122.35, has 12 million shares. I suspect it's going to get tested. That'll give us a good indication inside the note market as well as the bond market if, in fact, they want higher. My take is that they do. The amazing part about it, of course, is that we know that the Fed's going to continue to go up on short-term rates. The divergence here is that the banks come out with great numbers, but yet the market is selling the banks down. Technically, when you look at the 10, the 30, or the TLT, they bottomed in February. So there's the fight. The fight is a fundamental versus technical fight here. That's what it really comes down to, because if you're just listening to what the Fed is saying and actually what they are doing, the common sense would think, hey, guess what? Rates are going up. Well, they're not. They've been going down. They've been going down since the beginning of February. You know, the 10-year is trading at this 2.8, I believe. Yeah, 2.81. So it's going to be pretty cool watching this whole thing shake out. Apple right now up $2.80. That's going to need more juice. They got the spin behind it, though. You know, you get the price behind it. Like the last 2 highs of Apple was 180. That was established out here January 18th. Then you have the March 13th with 183. What Google did today, Google did catch a bid today. This is the first time Google's caught a bid in a long time. Google's been a mess. You know, it's down from 1186. You're at $100 lighter. And that is with the stock being up $38 today. Now, it's got juice behind it today. You get an expansion of volume. In fact, that's a small ABC up. So you get 980. It's about a $60 ABC, which gets you 1086. Okay, so you just about finished it. You get about another $10 to your small ABC up. You're coming into 2.6 million. You've done 1.9 thus far. Not bad. Some of the commodities out here today, let's go take a look at some of the commodities. You have, let's see, silver. Silver's up 0.7%. Crude's up 0.5. Sugar's getting knocked down. It's down 2.8. You get, let's see, light sweet, heating oil's down 0.6%. We will get the oil numbers out, API numbers out after the close. Crude oil is trading at up 0.5%. We're at $66.58. That looks like it's going to reject lower price, and it does have light volume. If we go over to the XLE, let's see what those equities are doing. Yeah, the XLE is not doing much. You know, it had a nice last 5 days, nice move, 68 to 72. But it's going to need a lot more than that. You're coming into 31 million. You've done 13 million. That's problematic. If we do go look at the ETF structure for the banks, the XLF, sideways move out here. 45 million shares. It's going to need a lot more than 45 million. We came down on 70 million just last Friday. That's when, no doubt, you had the JP Morgan kicking it off. Citigroup, let's go take a look at Citigroup out here. Yeah, Citigroup's in trouble. Citigroup, the intriguing thing about Citigroup is that Citigroup is actually under the lows of February 5th. So that was your first downdraft, February 5th. Coming off the highs of January, down February, you do a big counter trend bounce. In Citigroup's case, we went from $71 up to 78. Then it just gave it up in spades. Went from 78 down to 66. Now you're trading 69, and We put this thing back. Yeah, Citigroup looks like it's building cars to get down to $54 and you're at 69. Lots of numbers coming out after the close. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 253, NASDAQ up 134, S&P's up 28. We are coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to a couple silver stocks and take a look at them for the Tigers. We have First Majestic first. That is a low for the year is $4.93. The high is $9.45. You're up 13 cents today. You're trading at $6.70. Okay, this is pretty cool, too. It hasn't tested the 680 yet. I like how this is setting up. It's going to test the 670. In fact, well, this one here is a small ABC up. Let me see if there's an ABC up on the weekly, too. Yeah, you get it. Oh, this is pretty cool. You get an ABC up on the weekly, yeah. So you got A is 493, 5. Not bad. This is almost like it's a $1.50 ABC up. So you got 650. Oh no, 750. 750 is your price projection. That's a good setup. Pan American Silver. Let's take a look at Pan American. Let's see. That spike is at 1688. Oh, look at this now. See, this one's dangerous. Hey, well, when I say it's dangerous, what you have is this. I don't I really didn't want any of these golds to test the high of the April 11th today, because, like, see this one here, 717,000 shares. You're testing the high. It hit it. You get 2 million. So that bottom line, that's danger. You know, we haven't rejected it yet, but when you're testing these high swing points, you want volume behind them. We go take a look at. Yeah, this is a monster. Okay, Endeavor Silver. This is a good indication that silver is going higher. Silver, Endeavor's up another 15 cents. That had big sign of strength last week. That's trying to make it up to the 312 area, and right now we are trading out at 297. So let's go to the SLV. So we'll take a look at the actual silver. Yeah, this is a good setup too. This is actually a real good setup. So this hasn't tested it yet. We gave it up last week, folks, as you got up into that the 11th. That got to 1590. Came back, had light volume. Now the SLV is pressing into that with volume. So I would say that we're going to get some nice action here the next few days. Stay right there, folks. Lots of numbers after the close. We have the Dow right now up 225, Nasdaq up 127, S&P's up 25. We're coming right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful thing. Get our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take him by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But
yeah.
Holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's have a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 213, Nasdaq up 124, S&P's up 24, gold contract flat, $1,350 an ounce, silver up 10 cents, $16.78. Both gold and silver, folks, bottom line, pushing into their higher consolidation points, have volume behind the move. Gold came back $10. They smashed that down to $13.40. Didn't want to stay at that level, closed at $13.50 flat. Silver, different ball game. Silver up 10 cents, 88,000 contracts traded. Nice contract volume as it's pushing into the higher end of its range. The oil market up 25 cents, $66.45. We will get the API numbers out at 4:30 this afternoon. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note up one tick, 120.16. 30-year bond up 9 ticks, 145.24. They both want higher price, lower yield. King dollar up 65 ticks, trading 89.200. That has a hard time, continues to have a hard time holding higher price. The euro is at 123.73 to 1 US dollar. The yen is trading at a price point of 107 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You have the SPY get up to a price point of $270.87. Now, this is what you've done. This is pretty wild, man. So, we get a gap from the gap down on the 21st of March. We did 57 million shares. What does the SPY do? It goes right into the bottom of the gap, rejects it, and does have lighter volume. So bottom line, the SPY is saying it wants to back off. We go to the NDX 100, which was the strongest. Well, the composite was the strongest. NDX was right up there. NDX 166.10. Now, this is amazing, actually, because we got to 166.45. NDX also did the same thing, meaning a failure. You're going into 43 million. The bottom of that gap, which equities love to do when they're testing, 166.19. You close at 166.10. Pretty wild, man. Absolutely wild. Small caps. What do we have with the small caps? Small caps out here blow right by it. Up $1.69. That we're at 157.06. That would have to close under 156.20. Bottom line, small caps look like they're going to gun for the 158.26 area. Gold contract, gold and silver, as I said, that pushed into the higher end of his consolidation. Does have the volume as it's pushing into that higher end of the consolidation. IBM is going to be coming out with numbers. Oh, look at here they go. So they had that up in the wrong place. They did come right out after 4 o'clock. They had the 5 o'clock on the Bloomberg. So IBM closed at $160.91. That is trading right now at $154. It's trading down to $6. Let's see what IBM has to say out here. The estimate was $2.42. They made $2.45. They say that their sales are buoyed by a weaker U.S. dollar. Let's see what they're saying here. IBM notched another win in its campaign to reverse years of revenue declines, helped by a weaker U.S. dollar. And if we do look at that dollar, of course, you're going to see that the dollar has been down since January 3rd of 2017. First quarter sales rose 5.1% to $19.1 billion, beating the average annual estimate of $18.8 billion. Revenue and the units IBM's called strategic imperatives, which include the company's cloud, analytics, and mobile-focused businesses, were up 15% from a year earlier to $9 billion. Nice number from a year earlier. Bottom line is that if we do take a look at where we are, though, you're down $6. If we go over to, now this is unfortunate, you go over to Southwest Airlines, folks. Southwest had a huge problem out here today. This is the first fatality that we've had in the United States in a flight in, let's see, about, let me get this number. So in 2018, I don't believe there's been a fatality in like something like 10 years. Listen to this story, though. If you talk about, this is pretty incredible. We had a flight that was taken off out of LaGuardia going to Dallas. Over Philadelphia, bottom line, an engine blew, oxygen mask rained down. But check out what this is a story about one guy where he went and what he did. So Marty Martinez, okay. Bottom line, this is his quote. "I had no reason to be hopeful," said Martinez. "People were screaming. A window was smashed out by the engine's debris. Flight attendants were crying." So as the plane was going down, check this out. This is pretty. This is the life that we are in right now. As the plane is going down, I whipped out my credit card and bought Wi-Fi. Martinez, the founder of digital marketing company Social Revolt in Dallas, jumped on Facebook Live. I thought my only avenue to get a message to the outside is parents. That's what he's going to, his parents. He recalled at those moments. So he dialed up a Facebook connection. Only then did he put on an oxygen mask And that is what the world came to see, images of Martinez sitting in row 15 of the Southwest Airlines Flight 1380 from New York to Dallas, slipping on a mask and then stared into the camera, wide-eyed but remarkably calm as he prepared for what he believed would be the plane crash that would end his life. The Boeing 737 was carrying 148 people as the engine exploded, smashing open a window. Unfortunately, one person did die. His quote, Martinez's quote, "I was just in shock," Martinez said in a phone interview from the United States Customs office in Philadelphia's Airport Terminal A. "All I was thinking about is telling my parents that I love them." Martinez had been about 30 minutes into his flight to Dallas, and everything seemed fine. Then he heard a loud boom before he could register what it might have been. Oxygen mask fell from the 737. Then the window exploded inward 2 rows in front of him. That put everyone in pure panic. Martinez looked around frantically as he tried to process what was happening. Then he saw how upset the flight attendants were. "We thought we were really a bad place. We were going down." Martinez was live streaming on Facebook. He looked over at his colleague in the seat next to him. He looked over to me and probably was wondering, why is he buying internet right now? Meanwhile, he's drafting a text to his wife and sending a message to his unborn son. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 213, NASDAQ up 124, S&P's up 25. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget, folks, he has a great show here, 5 to 6 Eastern Time every Tuesday, Thursday. A couple different ways you can get it. Of course, you always can get it right at TFNN. Just hit Tiger TV. better yet, go over to YouTube. Now, when you go to YouTube, folks, just put TFNN in the search bar. What you're going to see is that all the TFNN programming will come up. Subscribe. It's free. That way, if you do it on your phone, each and every time that we go live, bottom line every day, you're going to see it right in your phone. You can basically listen or not listen. Great way to do it, though. All the charts come up. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, Andy has 2 great newsletters. He has Daily Essentials, which is his daily newsletter. He has the Technometer Commodity Report, which is his weekly. You can take a look at both of them. Get them for 30 days, money-back guarantee. Check it out right in the front page of TFNN. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was just reading about this airline thing. This is very scary, huh?
It's such a bummer. And, you know, one of the tigers in the den that has built, bottom line, you know, engines. And he's saying that, yeah, the aspect that let me get this right, that what's supposed to happen is that, let's see, there is something that's supposed to hold the engine, the turbine in, so that it doesn't blow up like that. And that's what they did say, that even in itself, that it's very unusual that an engine blows apart like that, folks. They had it that, you know, inside the deal. So
very scary. I mean, it's so weird how it comes off the back of that 60 Minutes report on Allegiant over the weekend.
Yeah, and this is the first casualty in 9 years in the United States.
Yeah, it's sad.
And you never think you're going to get it when you're inside the plane. But well, you know what? That's going to stop me from, I guess, looking at those exit seats that are right beside those engines sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I know. You always get a little more leg room, but a lot more risk.
Yeah, evidently, you know.
Nothing in life is free, right?
I guess, no, that's a fact, man. Pretty wild.
Anyway, so precious metals looking interesting here, Tom. Gold's holding in there. Silver's looking real good. A lot of short covering going on. We got to remember that May is starting to roll to July.
Okay.
And open interest had gotten up to a really high level, about 243,000 contracts. We've come down to 240,000.
Now, is this in silver or gold, Andy?
Silver.
Silver, okay, okay.
And basically, we're getting some short covering here, going into the roll. And silver's looking good to me.
Yeah, listen, you know, the silver stock stopped moving yesterday, meaning moving topside, folks, when silver wasn't doing anything. That was encouraging, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
hey, you know, we'll see. Listen, this thing's been in the $16 to $17 range since early February. It's going nowhere fast. It's got to break out one way or the other eventually. Silver always makes a move eventually, and it feels to me like it's the upside, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see pretty quick here. I mean, you know, the way that they both were trading out here the last couple of days, well, actually since last Wednesday, you know.
Nothing can get gold to 1,400 like a significant rally in silver.
Yeah, I agree. No, I know. I know.
That's the validation we're waiting for.
Yeah.
No question about it.
No doubt.
Other markets here, you know, look, we had a lot of fear going into the weekend on Friday over the retaliation over the Syrian chemical attacks. It was kind of a sell the rumor, buy the news situation. The market kind of liked that, you know, the UK and France participated, and, you know, stocks kind of took off. Earnings are very supportive of stocks, you know. So, you know, we're seeing the stock market do much better this week for now. But we got to remember that the geopolitical landscape is in the background, and that is something that changes on a daily basis.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. there's no doubt. And, you know, I think one of the biggest things out here, Andy, is that, you know, that is right in front of us is that, you know, the banks came out with great numbers, but yet they sold them down. And, you know, J.P. Morgan, they sold down 4 points on Friday. Goldman come out with blowout numbers today. They sold that down 4 points today with monster volume. It's like, okay, man, if, you know, we know that the banks have made money hand over fist. The numbers came out. The numbers are good. Why are you selling the banks down? So we'll find out. But
it's an enigma in these markets sometimes. I'll tell you that earnings and the stock prices. We're in a very volatile time in the stock market. But you know, the VIX has come down from like 20 to 15.
Oh yeah.
And that's telling us that things are looking better. You know, maybe these banks are a buy on this dip. They are making lots of money, and profits are what drive stocks.
Well, the VIX is just telling you that people are not buying insurance.
Right.
And that doesn't mean anything. I mean, you know, that's You know, no, the reason I'm saying that, Andy, is that it's kind of like when the VIX was laying out here forever. You know, people thought it was always going to stay down. It's like, okay, well, just because people think it's going to stay down, that's not factual.
That doesn't mean it's going to stay down.
Well, it never does.
That's very true. But there is a pretty high correlation between stocks higher and the VIX lower.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So,
right.
you know, and the bottom line, we've discussed this before, when it comes to stocks, hey, you know, the natural flow is into stocks because you get 401ks and all these kind of tax protected savings. Now on tax day.
Yeah, that's right. Tax day. You got it.
And the bottom line is that the IRS is not able to accept
electronic
return.
I know.
I filed mine last night.
I did too. Right. So
I'm hoping that it didn't get lost in the sauce. You know?
No, well, you know what? It didn't start until 1 a.m. Mine were out there at like 3 o'clock or something. So we didn't have a problem putting the electronic. What's going on, folks, if you just joined us, the IRS, and don't worry about it because the IRS already said that you don't have to worry about, well, they said you don't have to worry about it. What had happened is that their providers, you know, bottom line, which would be accountants or anyone else that's filing these things electronically, including individuals, they were having a problem inputting into the IRS program. And so if you go onto their website, they'll tell you not to worry about it. But guess what? Yeah.
It gets a little overloaded. There's 120 million returns.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of returns.
It's a lot. It's a lot of returns, man. It's a lot of returns.
It's a lot of returns.
Hey.
A lot of people paying a lot of taxes.
Oof, I'm telling you, man.
That's
hey, listen.
Sure.
The good thing is, if you're making money and paying taxes, folks, that's the good thing. If you're not making money, that's the bad thing. So.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the other way of looking at it.
Palladium back over $1,000 an ounce. You know, one thing we got to pay attention to: the tariffs issue affected a lot of commodities prices. Okay. It affected platinum and palladium. It affected aluminum. Aluminum is up significantly, about 8% from last week. Iron ore is up a little bit. You got platinum and palladium coming back a little bit. So the bottom line here is that the tariff-affected commodities are having a bit of a rebound here, which is telling us that, as we said, this is a bluff. This is a bluff.
Aluminum, so they put a big tariff on the aluminum, right? As well
10%.
as well. Well, okay, that's not as bad as iron.
Steel, steel was 25%.
Yeah, because so we just went from what 1977 to 23.99.
That's a big move.
That's huge.
About that. In a week.
It's huge.
Yeah, big move. And the other thing that's really coming back, the digital currencies, Tom. You're getting some crazy numbers there.
Yeah, you stay right there. We'll be talking about digital currencies. We're also going to get the API numbers out at 4:30, folks. This is Tom O'Brien, Andy Heck. Stay right there. We'll come right back. We had the Dow finish up 213, NASDAQ up 124, S&P's up 24, Intuitive Surgical just come out, ISRG. Intuitive is trading up another 25 bucks. Coming right back.
Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. We're talking markets, we're talking commodities, and of course, don't forget, every Tuesday, Thursday, right here, TFNN has got a great show, 5 to 6. Just go right on YouTube, pull up a TFNN in the search bar, subscribe, it's free. Bottom line, all the programs are right there. And if you haven't test drove it yet near your cell phone, folks, that's the way to do it. Because if even if you don't have to be basically looking at the video, you can attach it right to your car radio. Comes out just even voice versus video. You can do both. So, oil numbers, they're not here yet. They were always slow in these, man.
They always release them slow. But oil's looking good. I mean, it's kind of making higher lows and higher highs since early February. We'll see what, we'll see what happens today. These numbers, now that the geopolitics have calmed a little bit, are probably going to drive the next move, whether it's back down to, 65, 64, or up to a new high. So we'll see what the API tells us today, the EIA tomorrow, but we were talking a little bit about digital currencies.
Oh yeah, digital currencies. Okay, cool. XBT.
You're getting 20% rallies in Bitcoin. Some of the others are up 50% on the week. I mean, this is some crazy stuff.
So what Andy's talking about, folks, from yesterday's high to right now, we went down $400. Let's see. We bring this back. So we start off from last week. Yeah, we went from 6,800. Yeah, cool. Okay, 6,800 up to 8,300. Back down to 79 right now.
Yeah, look at the others. Look at Ethereum. Look at Ripple. I mean, some of these are IOTA. These are wild moves.
They are wild moves.
Not for the faint of heart. That's for sure.
No. But, today, bottom line, we get Ripple trading at 65 cents. Ethereum is at $504.
I think it was 300.
I'm sorry?
It was 300.
Ethereum?
Yeah, like 313 or something. Got down. I don't know what the low was in the last couple of days, but it was in the low threes, I thought.
Let's see. So
this time.
Yeah. That's cool. I got it. Okay. So you only have to go back. You only have to go back 9 days. It was 362. Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's wild.
That's intense.
That's wild.
That is intense. There's no doubt about that.
So this is volatility like we don't see in any other market asset class. So if you're going into that market, be prepared. Only use money that you can afford to lose all of it. No leverage.
Yeah.
There's enough leverage in the volatility that you don't need to leverage yourself.
There's enough other things that you can trade, folks, that you have a much better chance of doing a lot better. So API, let's see, with API report, crude stocks minus 105 barrels last week. Let's see. So that's the first number.
What was it? Minus 105,000?
Yes. No, the 1.05 million.
Oh, okay. 1.05 million. Okay, that's a draw.
Let's see.
All right, we'll see what gasoline and distillates are. Those are the key. All I know is the gasoline price here in Nevada is going through the roof.
That's because all the people are moving to Nevada.
No, they're still cheaper than California.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's so many people out in California that they're paying fortune in taxes. And so many people in California only go to Vegas for the weekend anyway, right? I mean, there's
a big Southern California,
yeah,
not
Southern
Northern.
Right.
SoCal, LA area, like down in Orange County. A lot of people do make the trek.
Right.
A lot of people are making the trek and they're not going back.
No, you can. Hey, listen, just the tax, no state tax alone. You don't have a state tax, right?
No state tax and property tax.
Yeah, property tax is a big one.
And you could sell your house in California, make a lot of money, and come here and buy like 10 houses. It's like crazy. No?
That's the truth. There's no doubt.
So down $1.05 million in the crude.
Yeah.
That should be fairly supportive. We'll see what the gasoline...
Okay, here we go. Finally got him. Here we go. Okay, so Cushing, minus 1.02 million barrels. Gasoline, look at that, minus 2.47 million barrels. Distillates, minus 854,000 barrels.
Yeah, that's bullish.
Yeah, and you know what, folks, on top of that, listen to this, folks, on top of that, you poor folks up in the Northeast, and your son up in New York, Andy, snow's coming in there again this weekend.
Oh, my God. Can I tell you something? We're getting draws in natural... We're going to get another draw this week in natural gas. Last year, this thing was building by 55 BCF. We're going to get 25 BCF draw this week. This is the longest we've seen. This is amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the Boston Marathon was yesterday. It started off, it was 36 degrees at the beginning at Hopkinton. It was 45 when they were in Boston. Just coming across the tape right now, it's saying that there's another cold mass that's coming down from the Arctic, and there's going to be zero relief going into Boston, New York, and they're probably going to get snow.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, man. It's April 17th.
It's almost May. It's almost May. I mean, this is wild. And, you know, I'll tell you, today, it's cold here in Nevada.
Yeah, listen,
it's in the 50s.
It's 72 here. It's
cold.
It's great. We're not complaining, folks.
I'm wearing my Golden Knights sweatshirt, Tom.
Oh, I like it.
They're playing tonight to sweep the Kings.
To sweep, huh? Wow.
Oh, against the Kings.
That's impressive, man.
They played a double overtime this weekend. It was the best hockey game I've ever seen.
That is cool. And of course, everyone's all excited, right?
Yeah, Vegas going crazy. And your team's doing great, too. The Tampa Lightning, they're doing...
2-1. Well, they got, 2-1, so...
Yeah, I mean, L.A. is a very, very tough hockey team.
Yeah.
And big guys, very rough guys. And so far, so good. We need one more win.
I like it, man. I like it.
It's amazing. It's shocking everyone. I mean, it's all the casino books and all the experts all picked L.A. in this series.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They better go back to the Northeast and find out how hockey plays or something then, man. That's almost like they looked outside and just thinking, hey, we don't have a good hockey team, when, in fact, they weren't looking at the numbers probably.
It's like hockey has taken over this town.
Yeah.
So we go tonight. My wife and I go, you know, they're out of town tonight. So what we do is if you go to their practice facility, which is down the street from where we live.
Yeah.
They set up big screen TVs.
Yes.
And all of the fans are there. It's amazing.
It's a big. They do that in Tampa too. It's a big party.
It's amazing, and it's at their practice facility. It'll be great. Got to probably get there 3 hours before the game to get a seat, but it's going to be fun.
Now, did they let you in for free there? And then
it's free.
Yeah, that's what they do here. But then, of course, you can buy everything. So they
have a bar there and food and all that
stuff. So it's a good revenue pull period.
It's great. It's really great. And, you know, the players are all over the neighborhood here. Vegas, if you're a local here, it's kind of a small town, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really kind of everywhere you go, everyone's wearing the night gear, you know?
Well, did you see that? I was watching those country Music Awards. That was pretty cool.
Jason Aldean.
Yep, and they were evidently in Vegas all week too, right? I was thinking about that. That's pretty cool, man.
It was, you know, it started off the season on that note. So
cool.
They're America's team in a lot of ways now.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, we appreciate the education. Look forward to the program in a half hour, Andy.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We head to Dow, finish up 213. NASDAQ up 124. S&P's up 25. Andy's going to be coming up in 20 minutes, folks. Stay right there.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at Big Blue first. So Big Blue came out with numbers today. Big Blue closed at 160. It's trading 152 right now, down $8. And so let's see. So 152, that's where we were on the 9th. We put this on a weekly, and let's see what this is laying out. Yeah, so on a weekly, this baby has gained once again down to this spike low. You got a spike low at 144. Let's see what they say number-wise out here. So they first quarter gross margin missed estimates. So the operating number, first quarter operating number, the estimate was 2.42. They're looking at 2.45. That was all right. Revenue, estimate 18.8 billion, 19.07 billion. That was all right. Global services was up 4%. That's 4.2 billion. Cognitive Solutions was up 6% at $4.3 billion. Cloud service revenue is up 5%. System revenue is up 8%. They reaffirm the full year earnings per share at $13.80. Their free cash flow is $1.3 billion. And there it is. Man, that's what they don't like. So the market doesn't like their adjusted gross margin. That's the only thing they didn't hit. So the estimate was a margin of 45.4%. They come in with a margin of 43.7%. Bottom line, it's still not bad. You know, IBM's been having a tough time, period. Let me pull this and just look at this on a longer-term basis, because I mean, this came off the high of 210 and never looked back. I believe it was 210. 182. Yeah, 215 in 2013. Yeah, this is, well, this looks like it's going to stay in a consolidation. It's been in this consolidation now since December of 2014. Intuitive Surgical. This baby came out with numbers also. This closed at $435. That had already been up $17. This is up an additional $25. It's trading at $459. And these babies here, man, this thing goes up or down $20, $30 like in a heartbeat, but has continued higher over a long period of time. Earnings per share, $2.44. The revenue estimate was $788 million. They did $848, so big number there. Earnings per share estimate was $2.07. They did $2.44, big number there. And if we take a look at the actual numbers of how their growth is coming in, so they get a PE of 44. The low for this year is 251. That's the past 12 months. We're at the high's 452. We're going to blow that away. Well, we are blowing it away right now. We'll see what it holds tomorrow morning. Revenue from 2014, they were doing $2.1 billion. This year, they plan on doing 3.5, so that's pretty amazing. 1.4 billion more than in 2014. That, no doubt, is a very large number. Let's go over and take a look at the, see how Tesla's doing. So Tesla, let's see when they come out with numbers. Tesla, May 2nd, Tesla comes out with numbers. That's trading $287. Now, what this baby has done, Tesla, let me bring this back. What you're going to see with Tesla, this is a real classic now, and what it is this. Tesla was in a high-end consolidation that started April of 2017. You know, the bottom of that consolidation is 292. The top of the consolidation was 386, so a monster number, right? You're talking about what, almost, yeah, $100, $90. Now, Tesla broke down in spades. We went from 307 to 248, hit a lower 244, comes back topside, and we'll watch this test. Now, this test here on how you broke down is dramatically lighter. We tested on a weekly basis with 43 million shares versus 87. That's problematic. Tesla starts going lower today, and let's see on the daily now. You get a small expansion of volume, nothing heavy. But bottom line, Tesla looks to me that's going to go right back down to the end of that consolidation. If we take a look at a couple of the car companies today, you know, we go to Avis first. Now, let's see when they're coming out with numbers. They're coming out with numbers May 2nd. Avis is down 5% today. We take a look at these babies. Now, which is intriguing is that, you know, they had a nice run from the lows of $20. They're at 47 right now at the beginning of 2017. But guess what? You're coming right into the supply line from November of 2015 and giving it up. And let's go see. So that was Avis. If we take a look at Hertz, Hertz also, this got hit hard. HTZ, let's see this. Whoever was in that car market was selling out today. Hertz came down with volume, 4.4 million shares. You're at 2069. Oh, look at this. Hertz is in trouble. This is pretty intense. So Hertz has been on a one-way ride. $125 in 2014, down to $9 June of last year. Oh, this is anemic. This is going to be wild, man. This thing's going to go back to its lows. Let me see what these numbers are at Hertz. I'm wondering, you know, I mean, the Ubers of the world, Lyfts of the world, I'm sure they're hurting the car companies. Yeah, you get car companies flat, man. Okay, so you actually, in the United, well, look at this. The rental system in general, folks, in the United States, it's decreasing on a 3-year rate of 6%. In the United States, on foreign, they're decreasing by 8.9%. They had done $11 billion in 2014. They only plan on doing $8.9 billion this year. Let's go look at that. Now that was Hertz. We look at Avis budget. Oh, interesting. So Avis and budget have a better deal going. You know, they are, at least they're not contracting. They're growing 2.2% on a 3-year basis in other countries. In the United States, it's just about 1%. But bottom line is it's better than what you have going with Hertz. And this just came across the tape. There is another tax extension. Bottom line, the IRS, this is IRS day. Well, guess what? They can't, they're still down. So the Treasury Secretary just come across saying that tax files will get an extension as website is down. And as soon as, this is just a one-liner coming across right now. As soon as I get an update on that, we will give you that so you don't have to be worrying about your taxes, folks. This is going to be like a, it just, oh, well, hey, listen. Another day to pay your taxes. I get them in. Dow Industrials finished up 213, NASDAQ up 124, S&P's up 25. Stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at Asia first, then we'll go to Europe. Now, what's unusual, folks, is that bottom line is that we've been trading in a one-world market for a long time. That being said, China, Shanghai, these babies have been down, and they continue down. If we take a look at the Shanghai market first, what you're going to see right now, that was down 1.4% last night. You're trading at 3,066. This baby is right at its low from February 9th, 3,062. And it looks like it's going to blow that baby away tonight. That's a heads up. That's the bottom line, man. You're still going to pay attention to this because your reality, well, hey, we'll see where it shakes out, but that is a big heads up. We go take a look at the Nikkei in Japan. Now, the Nikkei in Japan, bottom line is all about where that yen is trading. Right now, that was up $12 last night at 21,848. And we go take a look at Hong Kong. What you have inside Hong Kong right now, the Hang Seng. Hang Seng was down 0.8% last night. That's also going after the lows out there established on the 9th of February. The DAX in the FTSE in the UK, that couldn't hold price today. It was only up $27. And the DAX in Germany, bottom line, did go topside. That was up 194 points, 12,587, and that had some volume. Okay, so you get divergence. This divergence. That DAX had a good move. 87 million shares. You're still going into a monster number. You're going into 211. But bottom line, you did get some divergence on the way up. You stay right there, man. Mr. Andy Hex coming up next, growling a problem with you folks. And always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Stay right there. Andy's coming up. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.